Tuesday. I'm live streaming, but mostly this will exist forever. Resurrected on YouTube. For what reasons? I am not sure. Shit, because I want to. That's why I'm doing it, I guess. I don't get the purpose of live, unless I guess you streamed it all the time. But I like, I don't know. If I'm doing this helps me rather than what I would be doing, which is my makeup with music and then thinking too much, which I kind of do anyway with this. I don't know. It's a less long way to do it. Plus, then I could go back to the YouTube, and even if I don't rewatch all of them, I'm like, damn, I had a lot of cute outfits. I'll be like, oh, that's how I wore that thing. But autobiography, verbal autobiography, started out incredibly consistent. Then I got kicked off of live, which made me sad, but I kept it up by just filming every day and then posting it on YouTube. Without the live feature, I was a little bummed. I could have figured it out on YouTube, but I never did. Eventually, I started to think that, I was like, man, I don't know. It was like one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm going to take a break from it, and then just never got back around to it. Like, same thing with filming my comedy sets. I used to film like every single comedy set for 2 years, and then it was like, give myself like a break because I was working on body positivity, which I wasn't having looking at myself. And, well, never really got back around to it. Okay. So, the Journal of Me. I'm almost done with this book. And then I got like a whole bunch of journals and question books. I do want to do one that is actually more like autobiography-y. They always ask ChatGPT, like, what are questions I would have to answer to verbally say my autobiography. My last living will and testament, verbal autobiography. Huh? All right. Let's see. Scariest books I've read. I'm a big fan of horror movies. You know, it's easier to consume a movie than a book. I'm like, okay, because I've been more of an Audible girl the last 5 to 10 years or so. I still read books. I consume literature through my ears. I like when someone reads me a book. I like when we read a book. I like especially when the author reads their own book. Let's see. Scariest books I've read. So I read all of Clive Barker's books of blood, and they were like a variety of different stories, and I never regret having read those. Also, I forget this. I might have mentioned this actually on our verbal autobiography before. My ex actually, this is major points. One of the cool gifts he got me, and I almost forget this, and I really shouldn't, is a copy of like an out of print Stephen King book about a school shooting that kind of like almost, doesn't paint the shooter in the worst light. And I was like, this is insane. And like, you could only get like copies of it in French, and he ended up finding me a copy of a book that was like an anthology, and it was one of the stories in there. And yeah, that was a pretty dope fucking gift. This is a collector's item. Like, that thing had to be like $60 too. I was like, that's like a book, you own, and it's worth the struggle when moving. You can tell how little someone moves by the amount of books they have. Your longest drive, how many hours and to where? Oh man. Well, I've definitely told the story of my like near-death experience driving in the snow in a Honda. I'm a really bad long driver. I do prefer to travel with companies because I talk a lot and I get tired of my own company. It's like, okay. So the longest drives I've done are probably about 6 hours by myself. And the first 3 will just be like nothing. Like if not only nothing, I almost enjoy them. Like first 3, no problem. It'll be somewhere around that like 5th hour mark where I just start to not be able to like I don't want my legs, I don't want my body. I can't put on any song, I can't put on any like podcast to distract me from just being uncomfortable in this car. Uh and it makes it so that if I am driving 6 hours, I will arrive to the destination cranky as fuck. So it's like if there's something cool to do immediately, it's like, oh man. And this is if I drive alone. Driving with people absolutely eliminates this. I forget. I forget my own uncomfortability. I just so enjoy people, I guess. Fuck. Whether I'm driving or not, this is absolutely eliminated with another person. It's the thing. So one of the things that comedy is really cool for, and like mainly the reasons I get to or want to even travel, is because like you could think, okay, so I'm going from here to LA. Where's somewhere I could stop that has a good comedy scene on the way? Like Fresno, or like so stop there and see if I could jump on a show or an open mic, or like, I don't know. There's kind of like a community in comedy too. So just like dope people to hang out with, and to break up a long drive. But then that means like I would spend a night there in an area that's like in between the two areas I'm going to. Humboldt is kind of hard for this because the direction I go, I'm not really sure. I know, like, if I went way out of my way, like with the time with the snow, you could hit like Chico, which has some really dope, has a dope comedy scene. That I like the comics out there, and I like the audience and the shit they have going on in the venues that support. Same with Fresno, but Chico would actually be like out of my way for Humboldt, the way that I usually go. The Humboldt one, you know, for the sake of the forest, I just gotta suck it up and do it. Been super blessed not to have to do that trip alone as often as I have. I've done it more with company than with alone, and I like that. I think I'm like about tied now, actually. That snow trip I had to do alone almost counts like fucking 2, but actually, no, I've done it more times with people than alone. Important facts. Verbal autobiography. Now we all know the ways that I drive. I see. I could have never written all of that. They only give me like this much space, and I have pretty big penmanship. I'm a printer. The most spiritual place you have ever been. I mean, like, there's like so many things that so many. I don't know. Oh my God, like spirituality can kind of be found in a lot of places. My mom likes to go to this cathedral in San Francisco that has a little like maze thingy that you walk around, and I've had some times there that were pretty cool. And I would say, yeah, like spiritual. It's not, I guess, hard for me to feel spiritual sometimes out of my room. Fuck, like I feel like I've done a lot of growth here. Like what this place was just 3 years ago, like this room, I don't know, the vibe or whatever I would feel in it is way different than now. I'm still bringing in bad vibes, but I'm washing them out. Okay, I'm gonna do eyeshadow. So that means I will leave for a moment because I have to use my phone to do it, because I'm not teaching eyeshadow because I'm still learning it. I should get like a poster of like the ways to do eyeshadow. And I could leave it up on the wall. Huh? Do you cry at sentimental movies or shows? Oh, fuck yes, I do. But I used to be like mad. I would get mad almost if I felt like they were, I don't know if the pandering would be the word, but trying to like entrap me into crying, like Marley and Me. All right. Eyeshadow, and then I come back. Hell yeah. I am partially remembering when I did this, And it like I had like a stalker thing that took it as invitation to come by my house. All right, let's see. Oh man, that same. I don't. It's been a while now. I don't know how long it's like long enough though. But the same. It was like an open mic stalker of like the female open mic comedians. I ended up interviewing with police about other stuff he was doing for his job. They like, I don't know, building a case. I hope I didn't ruin it. Shh. Okay. So, have you ever been in a cave? I did like a cavern, I think. I've been in a cave. If I was, it was a very safe situation. I'm not like gonna be wandering in any caves. I'm not that kind of person. All right. Have you ever been camping? Yeah, I just like recently went camping. As a kid, when I was, I don't know, a little more animal, I liked camping and like, I liked, you know, doing the whole run around and being dirty all the time. Now I more so like to glamp. Like, I like to have a cat. I like to be out I like to be comfortable under the sky. I like drinking by water. I like staring at the forest and wondering about it. There's a lot of wondery to be had in the forest. Oh, and it says if yes, where one of the best areas to camp, Shelter Cove. That's the coolest camping ground I've ever been at, and one of the best experiences I have had in comedy this year. And like just an excellent weekend. Have you ever participated in a science fair? Okay, so I thought for 1 second that was for some reason I thought that was going to say, have you ever participated in a sacrifice? I think I've talked about this on here before. It might even be in my Instagram story reels where I just clipped out this part of the story. Where, yeah, actually, I won first place. I'll show you guys. That first place thing, that's for a science fair in 7th grade. Can I wave? I can wave like that. Yeah, science fair, 7th grade. But basically, I definitely told the story. My mom kind of like did the project for me, but I like was so worried about them knowing that I really learned what the project was about. It was osmosis, and I definitely sold it like I did the project. Because we had to present. The presentation was like half of it. So, maybe the poster board was most of it. I did do the poster board. I did the presentation. You know, having been thoroughly educated by the education system and then having taught in it, I could say that, like, people are always dope. The students are dope. Their families are dope. Teachers are dope. Even administration, dope. But it's a flawed system. A lot of it kind of sucks. Sit down and learn. It's like you teach reading by sitting down and learn, not everything else. And everything else is like sit down and listen. Even like that, no wonder everyone has a hard time. Well, I guess not everyone, but I had a hard time learning to read. Today I haven't bought anything today because it's the morning. I paid off my phone bill yesterday morning though. So if I had been asked this question yesterday, I would have said my phone bill. It wasn't too bad. Some months it's cheaper than others. There's never more than a certain amount. All right. When it's Warshak words, we're on the S, getting super close to the end. The entire thing, me going through every single question on YouTube. Insane. Except for the one day outside. And that was one of the best episodes ever that I filmed. And one of the only lost episodes of Verbal Autobiography where I filmed outside. I deserve it. I said too much, I'm sure. When someone says sand, I think my least favorite part of the ocean. Really can't do sand comfortably. If we got fun in it, but you're going to pay for it later. When someone says sanity, I think I am absolutely out of my mind. So I'm probably, I guess that would mean that I am insanity. So that means out sanity? When someone says screens, I think that I can never tell if I would almost say I'm someone that might use them too little. Like, I use them a lot when I'm forced to for work, but like outside of work, I mean, the phone, I've battled with the phone and the social media. Not like, oh my God, I can't get off of it, but like, oh my God, it just like, it's so distracting and depressing and stressful to me. I don't even want to turn it on a lot of the time. So that's why I'm shitty at answering messages, and I'm seriously, I'm praying to get better at the phone in general, because I know that it's important for me as like, I don't know what I want to do to be good at it, but I'm trying to channel back when I like last liked social media, and it's like, oh, fucking MySpace. And even then, it's like, it wasn't a healthy place for me. I like to keep my social media a healthy place, and my internet use a healthy. I like to keep myself in a healthy place, which means my internet use isn't very often. And yeah, well, I'm going to be a good person, and if it doesn't fall into place, well, I think I'm going to be a good person and it'll fall into place. I think that's how it happens. That's a lot when someone says screens. Clearly, I have stress about them. When someone says seeds, I think, oh, also more cool shit. Up there, that's a little spermy. My brother got me that on a field trip. He brought it back from like a museum. Cool. Huh? When someone says shadows, I think puppets. All right, this is the end of me getting ready and continuing Tuesday. Hey, thank you guys for existing. I'm going to resurrect this on YouTube later, but no one has to watch anything. It's hard enough to exist. You do you. Create some dope stuff if you get a chance to. Thank you for loving. It's like the part of existence that makes it better. And maybe I'll see some of you out there in the world. Oh my God, this Sunday, Dress to Kill, Callback Bar. It is guaranteed good time.